Shalom. I'd like to begin this video by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Hawakai. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Shalom to you brothers out there that's pushing the word of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai in all faith, truth, and in sincerity. And I wanted to do a quick commentary on the recent event with the acquittal of the impeachment of Donald Trump, because as we know that the Democratic Party tried to bring him up on charges of, basically abusing his presidential power. They were accusing him of fraternizing with, foreign governments, that played a part in his presidential candidacy as far as him being elected. So they brought this man up on charges, and they did a hearing and all that, and recently those accusations and that trial was brought up to the Senate, which is comprised of mostly Republicans. So of course they went ahead and of course acquitted Trump of the charges. And ultimately, we know through the spirit of Yahweh Shai that the Lord that we know through the spirit that the Lord is using Donald Trump. All right, the Lord is using Donald Trump, and that's why he was acquitted. To man's eyes, in the eyes of men, the Republicans acquitted Donald Trump, but really in the spirit, the Lord acquitted Donald Trump. Why? Because he's about to use this man for the purpose of fulfilling prophecy. Okay? The Lord has a very, as the apostle said, he has a spirit on Donald Trump right now that's on fire, in a, I guess in a way that will eventually lead him to going down a path to destroy America, completely during this war, up and coming World War III. The Most High has a spirit of pride, and you can see the pride oozing out of the red pores of this man. Donald Trump has been lit. He on fire. We know his personality. It speaks for itself. This man's a open racist. He openly hates you tribes. All right, and the proof in that is, what he did, during Hurricane, I believe it was Maria. When he basically taunted and mocked the turmoil that was going down in Puerto Rico when that hurricane hit. Basically just showing his open hatred for you tribes, man. And of course, he's trying to build a wall he's trying to build a wall to keep you so-called Mexicans out, and last year he shut down the government, that had a lot of people out of work for a long ass time, mainly you Jakes. All right, he's doing a lot with the EBT. He's shutting that down, so the Lord, the proof is in the pudding. The Lord is using this man to do things in the earth. And of course, we can't forget what he recently did over in the Middle East with the murder of the Iranian general Soleimani. Okay, so this man, he's making moves. All right, and it's his pride that has him, and America's pride in general that has him basically going down this path to ultimate destruction, because that's the end of Babylon the Great. America is to be bombed, by thermonuclear destruction. Okay, that's the end of Esau Edom's empire. And the Lord is going to continue to use this man, all right, because he has the perfect personality and wicked ass mindset, all right, to bring about America's destruction. So let me just get into the scriptures real quick. I don't want to ramble. I just want to bring this out. So the point basically would be that the Lord is using Donald Trump at the end of the day, and that's why he was acquitted of this trial. This is Proverbs chapter 6, verse 16. It says, "These 6 things that the Lord hate." And we know that the Lord's name is Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. "These 6 things that the Lord hate, yea, 7 are an abomination unto him. A proud look." And man, you can see that on Donald Trump's face. All right, he went to a meeting. I believe it was a foreign. It was some type of meeting over in Europe, some type of conference, and when he came through the building, he was pushing those other government officials out of his way, and just had that proud ass eagle face look on his mug, man. Okay, that's Donald Trump for you, and through the Spirit, we're for this man. We're for Donald Trump, okay, because the prophets in the men of the Lord, starting with our apostles, man, we're for this man because we know he's going to bring the destruction of America, which we want, okay, because as soon as Esau goes down, that's going to be the beginning of the kingdom of heaven, all right? It says, "A proud look, a lying tongue, and hands that shed innocent blood." And that's basically, the main things that the so-called white man is known for. He's known for lying, all right? That's why we call him the devil. He's the deceiver, all right? And he's known for his hand shedding innocent blood. The man has been at war for 200 of the years that America has been around. Okay, so this man is constantly in a state of perpetually shedding blood, especially the blood of the children of Israel. Okay, and now you have this guy Donald Trump in office who murdered, all right, the Iranian general Soleimani, and he stood on it. All right, he wasn't backing down. These Americans, these Edomites, man. All right, they standing on what they do because it's that pride within them, man. Okay, even though they're wicked as hell for what they're doing on the planet Earth to the people, rape, robbing, and murdering, and plundering, and stealing people's resources. All right, it's wicked as hell what they're doing, but they're proud about it. Okay, they don't give a fuck, pretty much. Okay, but it's that same type of spirit which is gonna ultimately bring these people down. Proverbs chapter 16, verse 18. "Pride goeth before destruction, and an haughty spirit before a fall." So pride goes before destruction, because the thing about pride is a mother effer. All right, pride is a motherfucker, man, because it's a strong demon. It's a strong spirit, because what it does is it blinds the minds of men. Okay, it blinds the minds of men, especially the wicked, which are the Edomites, Esau, Edom. Okay, and that's how the Heavenly Father wants it. He wants this man to be in a prideful state. Why? Because ultimately he wants Esau, Edom, to be destroyed. He's hardening the heart of Pharaoh, okay, to think so that he can think the things that he has going on in his mind. He can think that his new world order is going to come to pass. He can think that his posterity and his generations are gonna last. All right, like it tells you, his houses, in his mind, he believes that his houses are gonna continue forever. He just thinks that he's gonna be in power forever, but the Lord has this man in a trick bag. All right. He can believe that he's going to bring about this nuclear war, this nuclear destruction, and he's going to hide out and resurface after the nuclear destruction, and start a whole new world under the power and rule of Satan. This man is completely deceived, man. But once again, it's Yahweh Bashim Yahushai that sends down these left-hand angels to deceive the minds of these damn devils, man. Like it tells you in the book of Job, not Job, it might be Job, Slaki, but basically says that the deceived and the deceiver are his. Okay, so the Esau is deceived, but he's also using this man to deceive the whole world. Okay, because the Lord is a ultimate chess master. Okay, so he's using this damn devil to deceive himself and the entire planet. Okay, because ultimately, as it's written, the Lord loves Jacob and he hates Esau. Okay, and he's about to set Jacob back up in the power seat real soon. So this man has to go down somehow, some way. There has to be some man in the power seat of Esau Edom, okay, that's going to usher in all of this destruction that's written about in these scriptures. Because ultimately everything that's about to go down is a part of prophecy, okay? So all of these plagues and World War III, these things have to happen somehow, some way. And the Lord is going to use Donald Trump to be that man, to be that guy to usher in these things. Okay. This is Obadiah. I'll start at verse 4. And then I'll skip down a little bit. Because the way things are right now, America is losing its strength, it's losing its power. But it's also losing its influence from the different nations around the world. And, that's part of prophecy as well. How, the iron mixed with the miry clay, right? It was partly weak and partly strong. We can see that, recently there was the Brexit that went down. Britain exited from the EU. That's a part of prophecy. And also, according to prophecy, there's going to be certain nations of the EU, of the beast, okay, that's going to hate the whore. So America is going to lose its influence amongst these different nations and amongst their own allies. All right? And their own allies are going to eventually, according to prophecy, turn against them. Okay, this is Obadiah chapter 1, starting at 4. It says, though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, all right, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. All right, and we know that this is talking about when Esau first started setting up his International Space Station. He supposedly, went to the moon and all of that. All right, that was him setting his nest among the stars. Okay. It says, from thence will I bring thee down. And that happened around the 1970s. Okay. The early 1970s, late 1960s. And that's also around the time where this truth started to flourish. So as soon as Esau took his red ass into space, started setting up stuff in outer space, that's when he started to go down. That was in the 70s and the late 60s. Okay? And that's also when this truth began to bloom, began to sprout and flourish, starting with our elder Abba Bivens. All right? And that's prophecy where it talks about Jacob started to come out there, started to come up out of their graves and live again in the sight of the Lord. How, John the Baptist would turn the hearts of the children to the fathers and the hearts of the fathers to the children again. Okay? That was the beginning of this man's downfall. Skipping down to verse 7, though, Um, it says, all the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. Okay. So Esau started to lose his power, and now we're seeing in these last times how Esau's allies are beginning to lose their trust and their agreement with these devils, with this harlot. Okay, because a lot of the EU nations didn't exactly agree with what America did to the Iranian general Soleimani, because they knew that it could spell a lot more trouble in the near future. All right, and we know that it eventually will. All right, but the point being that they didn't exactly agree with those things, man. Okay, and then you had America bringing up some blame against EU, and and how they need to hold their own weight when it comes to certain situations going on down in the Middle East. All right, and you even had the Prime Minister, or the President Macron of France. All right, basically come out and he basically condemned Donald Trump at the time for making such statements. So the point is, America's gonna lose all of its influence, and it's gonna be to their destruction. It says, all the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. And it says, they that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. Everybody that's in accord, in confederacy with America, is eventually going to have it out for this bitch to be destroyed. It says, there is none understanding in him. Shall I not in that day, saith the Lord Yahweh Shemiah Shai, even destroy the wise men out of Edom, and understanding out of the mountain of Esau? Because it's going to get to the point where Esau ain't going to know what hit him. It's going to be a lot of strange things that's going to be going down. And it's all going to be the workings of Yahweh Shemiah Shai doing it. All right. Verse 9, it says, and thy mighty men, O Teman, shall be dismayed, to the end that every one of the mountain of Esau shall be cut off by slaughter. Okay. And the main way that the slaughter is going to occur is through war. All right. Through a thermonuclear holocaust. All right. So eagle-faced, proud-ass Donald Trump is going to continue to remain in office. He's going to continue to make stupid, dumb, irrational decisions, just like Esau Edom does. It's just in their spirit to do that. We know about Cain. All right. And it's going to lead to their downfall. That pride and all that shit that they have within themselves, that wicked ass spirit, it's gonna spell disaster and destruction for them. So may it be so. May it be so. But with that, I'm gonna close it out. I just wanted to make a quick comment on that. All right, and I'm gonna say shalom.